What's up guys, it's the Cheapster here, back with another Grubhub video. So I actually just did one a few weeks ago where I talked about how there were some changes to the Grubhub app, and it looks like we've got another change that just came. So I said last time that Grubhub hadn't done many changes in a while, and now it looks like they took my advice and they're starting to change things, which this one looks like it's actually good, and this one looks like it'll affect every driver, not just the premier drivers. But let's get into it, because you guys probably got this email too. I don't know if this is just to my region, but this email said understanding account violations. So if you guys got this, we're going to read through it, and I'll just kind of talk about what I think of it and if it's good things or if it's bad things. But yeah, so here we go. So it says delivering better experiences to you. So they're delivering better experiences to us. So they're delivering to us. Okay. Kyle, we're improving our fraud prevention process to help you understand what violations are and how they work. That sounds pretty good, because I hear from a lot of people who say that they're confused about the fraud stuff. A lot of people get deactivated because of the fraud stuff. So looks like this thing is going to be about changing their deactivation policy. A violation is a pattern or behavior that's usually associated with fraud. Through this process, you'll have a clear roadmap for exactly what actions might trigger a violation on your account. That sounds pretty good so far. If a violation occurs, you'll receive a notification through the Grubhub for Drivers app and an email. Hopefully you get that email. You'll have a chance to review and acknowledge the violation via the app. If 3 violations occur, your account will be blocked. So that already sounds, I mean, it sounds good, because it's like at least they're going to give you a chance to respond to what kind of violation you get. But I do kind of wonder what they're saying about how that process is going to go, but let's keep reading here. So benefits of the new process. So they're going to tell us what those benefits are. If there are fewer than 3 violations on your account, you can get back on the road immediately after acknowledging each violation in the app without having to contact Grubhub for support. I would say that's a pretty good thing already right there. And this is kind of what I'm thinking, is that was already happening in the background probably of Grubhub. I feel like that probably was stuff that they were already doing. They just weren't showing it to us. So now this is probably bringing it to the forefront, putting it in the app so we can see where the violations are, what we're actually at, like where are, how many more strikes we have till we're going to get kicked off. So I think that's probably a good thing, because that's probably just some more transparency. But let's keep reading. You'll get details about the violation, including when it occurred and what actions triggered it, helping you to stay informed about our policies and avoid future violations. That sounds pretty good. At least they're going to tell you exactly what happened. A violation will expire after 90 days. Once it expires, the violation will be forgiven and removed from your account. So that's pretty good. I mean, at least a violation isn't permanent, because I kind of expected they would be permanent. So good to hear that they'll be gone after 90 days. To easily keep track of violations directly through the app, navigate to the account tab and scroll down to the account violation selection. So it's going to be right there. So we'll have to look at that in a second and see if that's truly on the app yet, but it sounds good. When drivers succeed, the entire Grubhub network succeeds by giving you clear guidelines for using the Grubhub platform or creating an environment, blah, 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 blah. All right. That's just the stuff that they're going to throw in there to make it sound all that everything's good. Which, to be honest, I will say this does sound pretty good. I think this probably was happening in the background. Like I said, there probably was already this stuff going on with deciding if you were going to get deactivated. Now, I got deactivated, but that was not related to probably any of this stuff, because it was related to the background check issues I had. If you guys haven't checked out the video on that, go watch that, because I talk exactly about how I got deactivated and why, and then I talk about how I was able to get reactivated with that stuff. But I do hear from a lot of you guys in the comments that are saying that you get deactivated, especially the most common one I hear is that you guys are getting deactivated for if you go to a restaurant and they're closed and you mark that it's closed and you cancel the order. If you do that on like a holiday or something where there's a lot of those closed, it seems like the account might actually read that you're trying to commit fraud by doing that, which I don't fully understand why you would want to do that anyway on Grubhub, because you get paid like $1 if the place is closed. So it's not like it's really even, oh, woohoo, like you do that for like a whole day, you're gonna make like $10. So it's not really in the driver's interest to do that anyway. But yeah, I think that's kind of the biggest reason that a lot of people get deactivated or in trouble on the platform. So this looks like this is going to help that, because you'll be able to see that and you'll be able to fight the stuff if it's something that wasn't true. Now, of course, that's like where I said here, it says that you'll have a chance to review and acknowledge the violation via the app. Now, of course, that's up to them. How well is the review process going to be? I'm always hesitant on that kind of stuff, because probably if this has been happening so much, I'm hearing it in my comments, they're going to get so bogged down. And I mean, just trying to get in contact with Grubhub is a disaster alone. So I can't imagine how the review process of this is going to go. Probably not great, but I mean, I think it's better to at least have the chance that you could review it and that there's a system for it. So I guess my thoughts on it, we'll look at it in a second here on my actual phone to see if that's up, but my thoughts on it are, this is a good thing. This looks like it's actually a good thing that they're implementing, that's going to be more clear. And this honestly reminds me of the old Grubhub. This reminds me of the old days when they were transparent and really showing the driver everything and letting you know what the process is and all that. So I think that this is a really good thing if it's going to be done right, which hopefully this doesn't just turn into they implement it, everyone's getting a bunch of violations, and you keep trying to review it and nobody can get back to you to actually review it, and you're still getting deactivated anyway, because I could see that happening just because of how slow and how bogged down it seems like everything is with getting responses from Grubhub. But yeah, let's pop open the app here and let's see. It looks like the app has been updated too, so I probably should do a video on that because there's some changes to it. It says to go to account and then account violations. There it is. So current violations for me, 0. So it's nice to see that you have no current violations. To learn more about violations, go to help. Once a violation expires, it'll be removed from your account. Each violation has its own expiration date. That's nice, actually. I guess that makes sense because they're 90 days, but they're not going to keep them like rolling 90 days. Please note, if you have 3 current violations, your account will be blocked and you may be terminated. So that's actually also a good thing right there, that you won't necessarily just get terminated right away, that it says you may be terminated. So it still is going to go through a process there. But again, like I said, this is yet to be seen. We'll see what happens with all this. I don't know. Sounds like this is a pretty good update. Liking that Grubhub's coming out with some updates and stuff, changing the app, you know, making it move forward. And I think what drivers are asking for, this is definitely one that I think is something that drivers want more clarity. So that sounds like a good thing, but hopefully we'll see if it is a good thing. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys liked the video, remember the cheapest thing you can today, tap that like button. Also subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Always keep you guys updated on the stuff I hear about DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, any of those apps and stuff, any of the changes. And I will see you guys in the next video, and remember, stay cheap.
Be saving that money. Don't you be spending it now. You're still here watching this? You might as well just subscribe. Why would you not at this point?